Are you looking for professional broadcasting on a budget? How about broadcast with colorful commentary, guest commentators, and after-race interviews? Do your league branding and social media graphics need a facelift? Custom results and series graphics looking like a fifth grader did them? Event organization taking up way too much of your time? Engage GTC TV and let us help you show the world your events.
Welcome to Origin Micro, your go-to e-commerce superstore for IT hardware and consumer electronics. With over 2 decades of experience, we've earned a reputation for delivering superior customer service and offering top industry brands at competitive prices. We provide a wide range of products from various manufacturers. From notebooks and desktops to networking equipment and VoIP devices, we've got you covered. Our fully stocked warehouse ensures that you'll find the products you need when you need them. And with our expert team always ready to offer personalized support, you can trust Origin Micro for all your IT needs. Origin Micro, your IT e-commerce superstore, serious deals, superior service.
Hola a todos, buenos días, sean bienvenidos a la fecha 3 de nuestro Lukmansky International GT Series GT3 Open. El día de hoy estamos en Magny-Cours, en Francia, para esta carrera. Den like, suscríbanse, sean bienvenidos, disfruten la carrera.
Everybody, to GT Champions. It is the GT3 Open, round 3 at Magny-Cours in beautiful France, where the sun is out and it's shining again as it hopefully dries the track out a little bit for the drivers. But it is time for the third round. It's we're almost at the halfway point. It's going by pretty quick, but it's all good. We've got a small crew racing today. I think some holidays and probably one of the biggest race weekends in the world is happening this weekend. But these drivers have chosen to take their shot at the 17 turns of Magny-Cours in France. Super fun track, tons and tons of straight long areas for overtakes, like 5 of them. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a beautiful 2.7 mile course. Like I said, 17 turns. A 136.2 is the lap record here from like 3 years ago in an AMG, of which we will have one of those on the track today, driven by Jerry Jones. So we'll see if Jerry can pick up where Emmanuel Collard left off. I would guess not, since the track is kind of wet. We'll see how it goes. But this is a fun track. The track, it was the last track I raced on in the NV race. And I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. My stuff is just not working right. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, so today here, it's just going to be me and Pix behind the microphones, bringing everything live to you. So appreciate all of you coming by. I'll be doing play-by-play along with my pal Pix. What's up, buddy?
Hello Chris, hello everyone.
So Pix and I will be bringing this all to you. It's going to be a lot of fun. With 12 cars, we either might see a whole pack of cars all together all race, or we might see a whole bunch of cars all on their own, just trying to survive the wet track until it dries out. Eitan is off. Is he doing some more baseball today, do you think? I don't know.
He did hockey. He did NHL finals, conference finals last night. And
okay.
he might be doing some Mexican baseball tonight. But I saw one of his Instagram stories from a couple of days ago, and it looks like it's really cold out there in Canada this week. So shout out to him.
I've been following his Instagram, but I mean, sometimes I just don't get the alerts, and then they come up and everything's in Spanish, so I have no idea what he's saying.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, well, I saw a baseball get thrown, and then people talking in Spanish, and I was like, okay, I'll move on now since I don't know what they're saying. You know what a great app would be is if you could have audio translated into your language from Instagram, like say, hey, I want to watch these foreign language Instagram accounts, but
Well,
have it translated into my language. That'd be kind of cool.
YouTube Shorts has subtitles, so that's a first step.
Oh, that's true. So they should be able to do that with who knows. Anyway,
Yeah,
back to this race.
I think that's coming soon. So, but yeah.
All right. So after last week's race, where we were at Red Bull, Ollie had an unfortunate race. He still leads the championship, but his big lead that he had over Leon and Moritz, not so big anymore. But he is here today to defend that position, so we'll see how well he does. And then in the AM class, Jakob and Nicholas, they're nice and tight, and so are the other guys. So there's oh, what happened? Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, so Jakob and Raphael, they're definitely battling it out. I'm Pix, I'm liking seeing Raphael up there. He's been racing with us a long time. I think this is the closest he's been to battling a championship in a couple of rounds in. So that's good to see him there.
Yeah, he's not here today. He let us know in the week that he wasn't going to make it today. So the guys closer, Lucius, Ratchasin, could be
Sajin, yeah.
Who's here? Jerry could be getting closer to him.
Well, let's see. Ratchison's not here, and Lucius, he's here. Yep, Lucius is here. So, and Sajin is. So those guys will get a pretty good bump. But remember, there is a drop round, folks. So at the end of the season, we'll take all of the lowest performing round or missed round from every driver, and so they'll be scored on their 7 best rounds out of 8. So some of the drivers not coming today. This could very well be their drop round. So out on track, by the way, Pix, I'm seeing a few drivers, including Jakob, who goes he goes by oh god, what's the nickname he uses? I can't think of it. I will figure. Jakob, isn't Jakob Fury? Doesn't he go by like some other name? We talk about him as some other name.
No.
Okay, there was somebody that was racing. Maybe I'm thinking of just in the NV side.
I think you're confusing him with Joan
Retro?
Rodriguez. Yeah, that's Joan Rodriguez. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, speaking of getting names right, at least I can get this one right. Luke Mansky Racing and Performance is bringing us this series this season. Glad to have them around. Go check them out, LukeManskyRacing.com. And I think soon we're going to be start hearing some news about how the Tag Heuer Porsche Cup thing is coming along with from the Porsche Cup award that Luke Mansky gave, where he was getting John Schwartz all set up to try to qualify for that series. So I'm curious to see how that's coming along. I have to ask about that and see. So if you're listening, Luke, let us know. Let us know what's going on there. But anyway, go check them out, LukeManskyRacing.com. Thanks, Luke, for putting together another great season with us. Look forward to many more, and hopefully you folks can go check them out. And a big welcome, of course, to one of our newer sponsors here, PC Systems. You can go see them at pcsystems.com. They'll help you out with 24/7 call center support and the like. So go check them out. Tell them we sent you, and we'll be happy to pass the word along. Pardon me. Of course, a huge shout out to our global sponsor, Origin Micro. Great group of guys over there, and a couple of gals that I'm aware of. What office doesn't have women? They're the glue that keeps a company together and makes sure all the bills get paid while we geek out on all our hardware. Oh, what, we're supposed to pay for this? No, go check out the Origin Micro folks. Send them an email, sales@originmicro.com, and they'll get you right on the phone or in contact with somebody that'll help you out. I use them all the time. If you're in IT, it's a great place to go and look. They got great deals, and I think they'll probably slide you a cool little discount if you mention our name. I'm not promising, but if you mention, say, hey, the GT Champion guys told me about you. So there you go. All right. I have got something. Hang on one second. I have got like a bullfrog in my throat, not just a regular frog. But anyway. So Daniel Roberts, we remember him from last race, where he came all the way from the back of the pack, and he came all the way up there, and I think he finished in like he finished in
Can anyone hear me?
fifth, and when he finished in fifth,
Did anyone
he
hear me cutting?
he came all the way from the back in that little Acura. It was pretty nice. So good job, Daniel. He'll sit on the pole today, right alongside Andre Duna, our Pro-Am champion from the Porsche Cup last season. Moved up into the pros, and now he's going to duke it out with these guys. Ollie, round one's winner and current points champion, is going to sit in third on the second row. And Jarmo right next door. So that's good. That's a nice showing from Jarmo. Lucius and Chris Rise will start on row 3. Those are your two top Pro-Am drivers. Patrick Rich has shown his skills. Is he in the Mustang? I bet he's in the Mustang. He's got to be. No, he's in a Porsche. Okay, so Ford has no representation today, or Chevy for that matter. Javi Sierra is going to sit right next to Patrick Rich there on row 4, so that's going to be a fun little start there. Row 5, we got Sajan Arulian and Jerry Jones from Sector 7. They will start there on row 5. Next row back, Brian Hoskins and Finn Coleman, and followed up at the back by Jakub Fury. Now, Jakub is fast. I don't know if maybe he didn't set a time. I don't know. All right, well, the drivers are gridding up. I'm going to go have a little chat with them. Do you want everyone to listen in picks, or do you want to do a little chit-chat yourself? All right, here, I'll let you hear what I have to say to the drivers. Okay, drivers, welcome to round 3 at Magny-Cours. Track's still a little bit on the slippery side, so keep that under control, especially going into your first few corners. There's only 13 of you out on the track today, so there should be plenty of room to give each other. Please, just if you're going to use the radio, just use it for emergency communication or alerting a driver, I'm going to let you by on this lap, or I don't want to hear any arguing or yelling or screaming. So just keep it down out there. Let the drivers concentrate. It's going to be a lot of fun. Remember, pole sitters, Daniel and Andre, you do not go until the green lights when you're coming out of that final corner. And drivers, once again, remember, do not pass the other drivers in front of you until you've crossed the start-finish line. Otherwise, you will get a penalty for that. So keep it all together all the way until you get across the start-finish line. All right, guys, have a great race. Remember, no mandatory pit stops, no mandatory anythings. Drive, win. We're looking forward to seeing you go. Good luck. All right. That was fun. That was my nice driver briefing. I didn't have to yell at anybody, so that was good.
Okay.
All right, so Mr. Roberts out there from Luke Mansky Racing in his Acura, and he's going to have Andre Duna in his Porsche that he switched to for the second round. He tried that Ferrari, and what was his comment he said? It tried to kill me in every corner at Laguna Seca. so he switched cars. In fact, we've got a few car changes. Jerry Jones switched from the BMW to the Mercedes AMG last round. And Chris Rise switched from the Audi R8 to the Porsche. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 7 out of 13 cars. So half the field are Porsches, 3 McLarens, 2 Acuras, and an Audi. So that is our lineup today. If this keeps up like this, it's just going to end up being all Porsches at some day.
Yeah, another Porsche Cup, which I don't mind. Porsches are pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, Porsches are nice. I think everybody should own a couple. But
I have 2 Hot Wheels. Does that count?
Does that count? It does. It's got 4 wheels, and there is. Well, it's not a real motor because it doesn't actually generate anything. But all right, so here's the back half of the track, right here where they're going through. Right there, that's where my monitor died 3 times during my race here, and my car shot off to the right and clipped that wall you see in the back left there.
Ouch.
And My screen just came up, and all of a sudden the wall's right there, and my car gets smashed. I was like, so frustrating.
And you almost killed Joan Rodriguez.
I may have almost killed a bunch of people because it's the most eerie feeling. You're driving. Imagine if you're just driving down the freeway, like a nice, curvy coastal road along the ocean, and then somebody just covers your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You hear everything,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't know exactly where your car is going, and then they remove the blindfold, and suddenly you're staring at the cliffside. So that's kind of what it was like. It was very unnerving. All right, Porsche is pulling off into pit lane. They're gonna hold it together through that final thing. We're gonna get the green lights just when they get down. There they go, off and running. Andre does get a decent run, but he's got Ollie right there. I think Ollie's going to get that inside. Hold it together, you guys. Track is still a little bit wet. Most of the drivers, actually, we're about half dry. We got drivers half on dry and half on wet. The leaders currently are on dry tires. There they go. So Ollie and Daniel taking off on the racing slicks. Andre Duna started on the wets. Lucius is about to get around him now, and Lucius is going to move up. Lucius is on the dry tire as well. So I think people thought maybe the track was going to stay a little too wet for slick tires, but it looks like Ollie and Andre and them are getting done. Look at this, 3 wide. Hey, easy guys, this first lap. It's the first lap. Oh, this is not good. Oh, no. Oh, who was that? That's Jarmo. And who's that in the Audi? Is that Sajin? Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, it's hard to go 3 wide, and I mean, I told him it's still a little slippery out there. There's some wet spots on the track. There's Jakob. There we go. All right, the leaders are finally coming down to the last couple of corners of the first lap. We actually got plenty. Oh, look at that. Daniel is pulled away from Ollie, and now Lucius is on Ollie's behind. There you go. Final little jumps out. Everyone's hitting those things, and the cars are just flying. Hey, the racetrack's over there, the black stuff, guys.
Yeah.
Nobody likes.
Yeah, we saw that during the MV race as well, and Fry was making the comment like, "Dude, they never even step on the gray on that straight." So yeah.
I do remember that during the race, I was listening to the broadcast,
Yeah.
and right when he said that, I was coming out of the final corner, and I saw like everybody in front of me way over on there. I'm like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
But I mean, if you don't use every inch of the racetrack that is quote allowed, then you're not going to have great times, And so if you don't get a penalty for going over there, then it's racetrack. Right? It's just racetrack with the wrong color paint on it as far as the drivers are concerned. Look at that. Patrick Rich is back into some racing again from Team Hypereed. This time we see that there's no Mustang involved. So, yeah. So Trouble the 135 asks, was the track wet for qualifying? The track was wet from an earlier rain shower at the beginning of practice. And it had been drying out. It had not been raining, but yes, the track had water on it, and most everybody was running on wet tires. But watching the track, it's I don't know if it's declared wet or dry. I'm gonna assume it's declared dry now. Look at the lap times these guys are pulling. What was that lap record from the AMG from a few years ago? I think it was like a 1. Yeah, these guys are only 3 seconds off the fastest lap pace. So clearly the track has been declared dry, but you could still see water coming off the back of them as they go through some of the corners. And here we go. Andre Duna says, "Okay, I'm getting rid of those tires." Now, keep in mind, there is a very real chance that we're going to see rain before the end of this race, because I'm looking at the radar. And right now it says there's a 0% chance, but it goes up to 1% in the next minute. And then in 15 more minutes, 7%. and 15 more minutes from there, 12%. So we might see water back on this track again. I'll be keeping an eye on the radar, folks, and let you know if I see anything coming for that. But yeah, some of these drivers got caught out. Patrick Rich is still out there on his wet tires. Him and his wet tires. Like he never
Yeah, he
changes
loves
his
those
tires.
wet tires.
He does. Jerry Jones is out there on the wets. So is Chris Rise and Sajan Arulian. So everyone else is on the dry tire now. But if we watch, right, going through some of these corners, you can see the spray coming off the backs of these cars. Let's see if we could see some. When they go through, there's some of it. Yeah, so they go through some of these spots are dry and some of them are wet. Whoa, that's dirt, not. Patrick's going to have a hard time. He's going to destroy those tires racing around on them like that. And he's not going to be all too happy about them. He's going to lose a couple of spots here pretty quickly. Ooh, that was tight through there, you guys. Look, now these guys are not driving off the raceway. But as you can see, look, I could see it off the back of that McLaren. I could see some wet stuff, but it's not wet enough. So we'll see how it goes. Javi Sierra, he was the Pro-Am or the AM champion from Envy, right?
Yes.
Their last race. And Javi is on the dry tire. He should be able to get around Patrick Rich pretty easily when the time comes. Look at that. Look how quickly they can get through the corners over those wet tires. This is a fun course. It's not super popular. But when I drove it, I was like, this is going to be in one of our events because, yikes. Because it's just got some really fast places. You can just crank these things all the way up up the gears. And then you can get some lake brake attempts to get into some of these corners. There's my death corner right there. Oh, Patrick goes out wide. He's going to cover off the inside. Around the outside, look at that. You know, Patrick is actually doing some decent driving on those tires, but he's losing so much ground. And even if he stayed on these, assuming that it might rain some more, the tires will be shot by the time that comes around. So I don't think he'll be able to make much use of them by that point. Hello, Chris Rise. Welcome to the party.
And he's on wets too.
Yeah, all the back drivers are. The only ones not are Andre, Duna, and Jarmo. Jarmo was involved in an incident, and Andre pit, so he's back there. He's going to catch all those guys. He's only about 6 seconds away from him. Oh, here we go. So look at this. 3 wide. Well, okay, 2 wide technically. But on the brakes, still a little bit wet. Oh, they just touched. Oh, yep. I don't think Sajan realized that he was right there. Can we watch that one more time really quick? I'm wondering if I'm just looking at the Audi right here. So they're going to have a little bit of a tap right here. But I think the Audi is just kind of going to go right. Yeah, he's trying to go right, and there's a car there. Yep. Oh, and then Jakob didn't have anywhere to go, and assisted in the ice capades there, and around they went. It doesn't look like they had much for damage. Uh-oh. What happened to Chris? Curbs, wet tires, and oh, someone was going inside, and I think somebody doesn't know he was there. Oh, just a tap. Okay, that was close. You have me so nervous every time you do these picks because I just wonder what happened to the poor soul. Brian Hoskins up into 6th place on track. Well, that's good. I don't mind replays with nothing happening. Look at that. So Ollie's keeping up. Oh, oh, okay. Little blinking there from Ollie, but that could be us. We do have the servers set to Frankfurt, so that since most of the drivers are from Europe, we figured we'd give them we'd set the servers to their area since there's gonna be a lot more of them. Oh, it's a drag race. Porsche versus McLaren. McLaren's gonna win this one out. Oh, yeah, he's gonna get a slowdown penalty for that one. He's gonna have to let Patrick is gonna go sailing right on by. Maybe. Wow, Patrick's really trying to keep that car together. Not. Patrick, if you can hear me, buddy, go put some tires on the car. I mean, he's still in the top 10 of 13 drivers. He's in 9th position, but Andrea will catch up to him pretty soon. Andre's only about, 12 seconds behind him. But the way that those tires perform. Whoa! Tommy! Did you see him flying up in there? Woo! He had some closing speed on these two in front of him. Remember, folks, when you see the blue mirrors and the blue number placards, those are our Pro-Am drivers, also indicated by the little lines next to their names in the scoring tower. And the red are your pro drivers, if you're trying to keep track of who's where. But Lucius, wow. Lucius came in pretty strong after Red Bull. He came in and scored a win in his first race. He had the fastest lap, the pole position, and he won the race at Red Bull. Now he's sitting up there in 3rd place on the track. Right? So very interesting. See how he does. But look at this. Luke Mansky's Daniel Roberts, the series sponsors race driving team car, is making himself very well known here to the pack in front, especially to Ollie. Ollie's probably like, oh, this guy's really fast. Yay, somebody to chase. Here we go, borrowing all of the stuff that isn't the track. Well, you know what? They probably do that, and they're like, well, we're not going to make the paint go wider because it'll just keep going wider and wider.
Yeah, exactly.
Javi Sierra in his Porsche tracking down a McLaren, and I think it's a Porsche in front of him. Nope. This corner right here. Oh, watch this. Everyone jumps these. Bang, wee. Okay. Still no rain coming, so that's good. It's still mostly cloudy, but the sun is peeking out, and that track is drying out quick. Look, I don't think I've seen any water coming off any of these cars at all. You know, I'm excited for the next round because it's a track that I have been wanting to race on or not the next one. I'm sorry. When we come back in June, next week we're at Interlagos, by the way, folks. So that'll be a lot of fun next weekend. I've seen all these guys drive these cars around in Interlagos. But after that, we have a break for one of the official iRacing events. I don't remember if it's Spa or Nürburgring. I think it's the Nürburgring, the Nürb 24-hour. In fact, I'm almost positive. No, it's not. So Spa's at the end of our season. That's right. So it's the Nürburgring 24-hour is happening. But on June 14th, when we come back, we're going to be at Portland. Brand new track to iRacing. That'll be a lot of fun to watch. Man, I can't tell if it's smoke coming off the back of the tires. Look at the back of Patrick's car as he's going. I can see the little lines. Are his tires melting? And that's what that smoke is? Or is that water? I can't tell what's happening there. Oh my goodness. Now, Finn Coleman, who is new to the series, he's gained 8 positions. So has Jakub. And Finn, currently 4th on the track, is one of our I should just say one of our new drivers, right? Finn Coleman. Where is Finn Coleman? He is. Oh, there he is. He's running second in the class. And Mr. Hoskins here and Jakub having quite a little battle between the Porsche and the McLaren. Whoa! Can the McLaren get a better run coming out of the corner? He should have been able to get on the gas maybe a little sooner, but it doesn't look like it worked in his favor this time. Uh-oh. What happened to Ollie? Oh, is this a change for it? Oh, that's right. Look at that. We do have a lead change. See, it's so great to have somebody else doing the camera work while I just get to talk. Oh my gosh. Woo. That's just a love tap. Just a little kiss. Just a little, okay, good job. A little pat on the back for a nice overtake. So we have a lead change, and our current points leader, Ollie, will be now running in first position. But I wouldn't count Daniel out. Sound like he just got not a great exit out of a corner. He'll come back at him. I'm sure of it. Meanwhile, look at this. Javi now putting pressure on Brian. And, ooh. Wow, look how that Porsche just flies through that little section. See, these guys aren't going way over. They go over towards the end just to get some, a little bit more room to move the car. This is technically a battle for fifth position, that purple and yellow car up there of Jakub. He's in fifth on the track. And Brian and Javi are like, I want some of that. And that car right in front of him, Finn Coleman, who we just saw come through the screen. You'll see him after this hairpin driving away there. So these guys are chasing after Finn Coleman for fourth position. So lots of, oh, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, second in Pro-Am.
Ooh, that corner gets spicy right there, man. These guys right on each other's bumpers. You can't hardly tell that they're two separate cars. Well, I mean, you can because they're painted completely different. But I think you get my point. I like that monster livery. That's pretty cool. But I really like Javi's. Oh, yes. Go ahead.
Chris Rice and Patrick Rich have finally swapped tires.
Yay, so the only one that's still on the wet tires is Sajin Arulian in the Audi. The lone Audi running in 10th. He's only lost one position during the race, which is amazing considering he's on the wet tires. Wow, these guys. I wonder if they realize, like, you could kind of break your car doing stuff like that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Although how many Porsche Cup images, like still images and slow-mo videos, do we see on the internet of these cars just riding on two wheels, you know?
Yeah, super slow-mo shots, yeah.
Yeah, and you just see the cars like flexing and bending, and only two tires are even on the track when they're doing it. So these cars are pretty sturdy. They're made to take the beating. Ooh, man, that hairpin is a tough one. And that McLaren keeps taking a really wide entry in. I keep thinking he's going to try to get a spot back, but look at this. Ollie's already pulled a 2-second gap on Daniel. Wow. Whoa, Daniel. Yeah, touch it. He's still knocking chunks of it off of his car down the straight. You think he was trying to plant some spring flowers or something over there. This track is loads of fun. And you know what? I'd never driven a GT3 car on it before, but I mean, look at this. These guys are having great racing in these cars. It's a great track for these cars. Those long straights where they can get up to speed and some of the good high-speed bends. A lot of fun. And then you've got these slow corners. So these guys have to get these cars set up the way they like them. How do they want it to perform better in the slow corners or in the high-speed corners, right? So they have to decide where do they need the best grip for themselves, because there's someone's going to have to compromise. either you want to go fast on your exits or you want to be able to break into your corners. That was water coming off the back of his car too. I don't see anything on the screen.
Yeah, there are still some puddles left, but that's it, just puddles. I mean,
Yeah.
most of the track is dry, but you'll still have some puddles where the water accumulates.
Yeah. I love how they model that stuff in.
That's amazing.
And
yeah.
yeah. Oh, and we had the announcement of season 3's iRacing updates that are coming out, and they're doing some pretty major updates to the tire modeling, the cars. They're remodeling a couple of tracks. There's going to be a lot of differences, come next season, or maybe through the middle of this one. It'll be interesting. Look at this. The battle for second is here. Jakob and Finn now. Here they are. They're battling for 4th position on the track, but 2nd position in their class. And they're only 37 seconds behind Lucius. Lucius and those guys, they just took off. Of course, they started on the dry tires. Remember, we had a bunch of people that started on the wets. So Finn way out there trying to get some kind of momentum through the corner. Oh, geez Louise, it's follow the leader. It happens all the time. The person chasing just goes where the other car goes, even if it's off the track. Man, Ollie's already built a 3-second gap up front. Daniel Roberts has 38 seconds to Lucius. Finn, though, Finn's got some company. And look at Jerry Jones from Sector 7, one of our recent donators to our cause here. We appreciate that. Jerry Jones and all the others who have helped us out. It's a small community, but we're growing. Look at this. Is this going to be a move? No, he holds back a little bit. Jakob trying to get a spot in there. Man, these guys really putting these Porsches through it, aren't they? Oh, hello. Okay, so we have some lap traffic coming on board. Also, it appears that... Okay, I'm trying to keep an eye on what's going on here. Okay, oh, look at this. Okay, so Andre and Jarmo are catching up to these guys. They got around Patrick Rich, who smartly got off of those tires. And now look at this whole pack of cars together. If you look at the little mini map up there, you're going to see all these little dots, reds, blues, and yellow. And yellow's who we're focused on. And look at all this. Did this race just start over or something? Because that's what it looks like, right? Oh, no! Jakob and Finn get together. Someone else, I think, crashed behind them. Did someone else crash behind them? Maybe not. Oh, man. We'll go back and watch that in a second, but look at this. Andre Duna, who started on the wets. Yep, he's going to get... He's going to get a good set of spots here. Back up to 5th in the pros. I think there's only 6 of them in today's race anyway. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I guess we'll probably see that. Jakob and Finn, we'll probably see an incident report filed for that incident later when it comes down to it. But now Brian Hoskins has a whole bunch of stuff happening behind him. Look at that. You got 2 Porsches, another McLaren, and then 2 more back there. Jakob and Finn are still fighting back there, side by side. Oh my goodness. How do they do coming into this corner? Ugh. I don't see, like, they didn't hit anything except each other. Here we go. So let's see. How did this end up? Did somebody move over? Oh yeah, Finn moved over. See, when you go back and watch, you think that you saw. Oh wow, Finn does have a lot of damage. But yeah, he was to the side. He was on his side, and he's on. And Finn was on the inside, and Jakob was on the outside where he can be. He wasn't trying to dive underneath him or anything. But watch this. You can see a little bit of the wheel going over, and then boop, he gets caught. And right into the wall he goes. Bam! Oof. Well, when I said no one had damage from it, I lied. Finn did. But the bumper fairies gave him his bumper back, though. I saw it fly off the car, and then he's like, "No, I got rubber bands on those. I'm just gonna suck that right back up to my car." That was crazy. Ugh. Javi's still trying to. Oh, that McLaren just took a really wide line. Wow, that's one way to defend your position. If you're gonna get a cut penalty, you might as well get it. Yep, he's gonna burn it off right there, and he's gonna see two. He might lose 2 spots on this. Oh, he's trying to keep Andre out there. He still has a wheel in there. Andre goes wide, thinking, I think that dude's gonna hit me. Ooh, no. Oh, gosh, you guys. No. Gosh. Wow. Okay. That was, oh, there it goes. Oh, Andre forgot to pay the bumper fairies. So he doesn't get one for the rest of the race. Wow, that was crazy how it just ripped his bumper off. It's not like he really smacked into anything, but I guess it just caught the edge of it, ripped it right off of there. And that's important in this particular track with these really long straights. That arrow is important. It reduces a lot of drag. Interested to see how that turns out. Oof. Javi's up to 3rd. He's still about, what, 40 seconds from Lucius? So, I don't see that being a thing. But I also don't see any rain coming, so that's also a good thing. We're not quite halfway through the race. So over the next half an hour, the latter part of the race looks like about an 11% chance of rain. So the track will likely cool down a little bit. Maybe. Most of these drivers should be able to make the whole race on one set of tires and fuel, but a bunch of them started on the wets, so they gotta get through it. There's our list of supporters, folks who understand it does take a village to keep our communities going, so drivers can race for free, and a big part of that is our sponsors, but also a good part of that is our supporters who have taken the time to show their support by offering some small donation, and it's all good. I don't care. $5 is just as important to me as $20, right? Granted, it's not as much as $100. I'm not saying that I would, but no, every little bit helps, and every little bit counts. So appreciate all of you on that list who have donated to help us out here. Appreciate that.
Both Andre and Brian pitted, as well as Finn Kuhlman.
Yeah, that with all that damage there, they would have to. All right, so Andre's still out there, 7th on the track. So far right now, our biggest mover is Jakob, but I don't think he's pit yet. So, and he hasn't. So he's out there 7 places up from where he started, running in 6th place on the track.
Yep.
So nice job, man. There's a few people on that list who haven't been around with us for a while, but it's still nice to tell everybody about him. I like it. I like to be able to share that. Javi's built a little bit of a gap here now. Once he got around there, that clean air makes a big difference. You know what also makes a big difference? Not having the front end of your car all smashed up. That's a good difference too. Oh, okay. Here we go. All right, Ollie is going to come out of these final corners. Let's. I just want to listen to the car. Track is to the left. Ollie, if you're listening to us, just focus on the race. Don't pay attention. I got so many slowdowns through that one corner. I'm cutting it too much. Here it comes. My Achilles heel. Now, close your eyes. I like his line. He's got a pretty good line. A little bit too far out on the apex of that one, perhaps, but who am I going to blame? The guy's turning 138s, right? Nobody's even... The only other person in 138s was Andre Duna after he got his new tires on there, so... Watch it. Jump. Jump. Nice. That's a good lap. What was his time on that one? I wonder. His last lap, that was a 138.4. Yeah, he's doing pretty good. A 138.1 is his best lap. It's actually a 138.1, I think, is our fastest lap on the... Yeah, so he holds the fastest lap right now, too. That's a bonus point. That's good. All right, so Javi thought he shook that McLaren. Jarmo has other plans. That's a good camera view. Jump, jump. We only need 2 wheels to get through these corners, folks. We don't...
The difference in lines there from these guys to Ollie, it's so big.
Yeah, so big. Yeah. Well, let's see. Jarmo and Javi both did like a mid 140, and Avi was almost 2 seconds faster than them on his last lap. And a lot of that is just, I think a lot of that is actually going through turn 1 and 2, because I noticed when Ollie was going through there, he barely, if he did at all, lift on the throttle. Like getting way out wide like he did, he almost held that throttle perfectly steady all the way through that long left-hander, and then he broke for the right-hander. A lot of these guys are much slower through those first couple corners than Ollie and Daniel are. So it's interesting watching how the different lines play out. Patrick Rich sitting back there about, oh, I don't know. Does it show the gap to the guy in front of him? It doesn't. I think it's about, I want to say it's about a little over a second. Now that's not for position, because that guy in front of him, Brian Hoskins, is a Pro-Am driver. So yeah, it's a 30-second gap to the next driver. Wait, is that 30? Oh, that's 30 seconds to the leader, right? Oh, wow. Okay. And Javi Sierra's 1 full minute away from the leader? Okay. Then how is Jarmo only 5/10 from the leader? So I guess, oh, it's not from the leader, it's from the person in front of him. Okay. Sometimes picks, my brain just hasn't got all the juice it needs. People tell me I should drink coffee in the morning to help me go, but no, I can't do it because then I get too hyper.
This is the gap to the leader. So 8 seconds to Roberts, a minute to everyone else.
Wow. So these guys are battling for that final podium position. We'll see who has it. There's 25 minutes left in this race, so we'll see what they can make happen here. And of course, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming here. It is the Luke Mansky GT3 Open. We're almost just over halfway through our race here, and Ollie and Daniel Roberts and Lucius are out front, far ahead of everybody else. We've got folks like Jerry Jones from Sector 7 out here running in 5th position in his class. Always nice. Been around with us for a while. We are in round 3. We'll be back next weekend as well for the... we're going to be at... I don't know why I can never remember where we're going to be. Oh, yeah, we're going to be at Interlagos. We're going to head down to Brazil, go check that out. Then back up to the United States West Coast to Portland after a week break. So all these drivers can get their practice in for their Nürburgring 24-hour. So that'll be good. And yeah, it's a small field of cars today. We just got 13, and I think some of that has to do with some just some stuff going on all around the world. I do know that I was actually asked Andre Duna. He's from Romania. And I know that because that's where I sent his winner's coin from the Porsche Cup. And he still hadn't gotten it. And I'd asked him, I'm like, everyone else got theirs. How come you didn't? And he goes, there's a lot of political things going on in our country right now. And I mean, I don't hear about all the, hubbub that goes on in the different countries around the world. I mean, there's clearly some of them everybody hears about, right? But I was like, oh, I didn't even know. So he still hasn't gotten his winner's coin, which we shipped out, 3 weeks ago? Still sitting in customs, so I guess hopefully he'll get it soon. That's him in that white Porsche. Wow, look at that! Oh, he ate him up in there. I wonder if Jakob just let him through, I don't know, what's Jakob's last lap was a 140. Andre's was just about 2 seconds faster than that.
And it's not for position, so...
Yeah. And look, it's starting to get cloudy. Look at this.
Are we expecting more rain?
Well, that 1% chance of rain jumped to a 10% chance of rain in the next I could take my glasses off. I can see a lot better on the screen. In about 10 more minutes, it jumps up to a 10% chance of rain, and then 15 minutes later from that, which is about when the race ends, 21% chance. So it's also getting a little warmer. The temperature's gone up a couple of degrees. Uh-oh. Brian was having a pretty good race, and now he's fallen quite a ways back from... So, he's all by himself too. Somebody probably got on the brakes, maybe hit a little too hard, or got some grass. Yep, just a little too hot into the corner. Yeah, this late in the race, tires start complaining about doing stuff like that. So I just did a double check of the weather radar. There's nothing on the radar. It's clear. So we're probably okay to the end of this race. Probably. Right? There's still 20 minutes to go, and you never know. But I think I think it'll be clear to the end of the race. I know some of these drivers were probably hoping that the rain was going to come back early in the race, and they stayed on those wet tires just to see if it was going to happen. And I think after a while they realized, I don't think this is going to happen. Anyway, folks, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the little bell so you know when we're going live. We actually right now only have our Saturday morning events being broadcasted right now. We just ended some seasons in Gran Turismo. Envy just ended their season, so as of right now, we don't have any Friday night stuff. We have just this race on the weekends. However, for those of you that might be interested, try to release some of that information out hopefully later today. We're gonna try to do some NASCAR style racing on Charlotte. That's kind of a commemorative of the 600 that's just happening this weekend. On Monday, around 12 p.m. Eastern time, to do some oval racing, right? So if you're interested in doing that, we're probably going to do the NASCAR trucks. Probably the older Chevy, like the older free one, so people don't have to buy it if they don't. Okay, awful. Okay, what do you want to do? The Craftsman trucks?
Why don't we confirm people which truck?
Okay.
During the day, but consider trucks at Charlotte, and we'll just let you know which truck. It's a popular car, the truck, so most likely everyone will have the ones that's not free, and that's not terrible.
That's true. I got the Tundra, which I really liked, and we might be doing, we might do 2 races. I don't know yet. We haven't decided on exactly how we're going to play it, but we're going to post the information on our Discord. We're not going to be broadcasting it because the 2 of us want to race.
Okay.
So me and Pix can get out there and we can race. We can race along all the drivers we talk about all season long. And I also. I mentioned it to Pix, and so it's obviously not decided, but it'd also be fun to do like an IndyCar oval race on Indianapolis, afterwards. Just kind of like remaking the races that everyone is doing this weekend. That would be kind of fun to do on Monday.
And if we have enough people, we might do a replay at some point. So.
Oh, there you go. That could be fun. So keep that in mind, folks. Tell your friends, tell your family. We'll be mentioning it in our Discord so that the drivers know. But it should be a lot of fun. Some oval racing is it's a whole nother level of fun. There's plenty of guys that I have gone racing with that just raced, open wheel or GT cars, and they never really do the oval racing, like the trucks or the cup cars or Xfinity or whatever. And then you get them, you just get in here and just try it, right? Just come try it with us. You'll have a good time. And then they get out there this is harder than I thought. You are pushing the car in front of you, and one small move from somebody and the whole field turns into a big pile. Hey, look at this reverse move. So first the McLaren was always taking the outside going in and the Porsche was going inside out, and then they switched roles. But it was different. It was different Porsche and different McLaren that were going through there. It's kind of funny. Oh, are they coming up on Patrick Rich? I think Patrick Rich is a lap down, right, from these guys? Yeah, I think that's right. Okay. Yeah, those pit stops really screwed people up. That coming out onto the track with those wet tires was not helpful. Well, the sun's back. I thought for sure we were going to see some stuff happening because it got really cloudy. Did you see that? And now the sun's out shining. Cars are gleaming. Still, this battle for the 3rd spot in the pro class is still quite exciting. Just a half second or less separates the 2 of these. He's going to go all the way over and borrow all of the track. On the brakes. Got to roll this corner nice and easy. Jarmo's having a good race. Javi's just sitting there. Javi's got all the time in the world. He's got another 15 minutes that he can make happen and just keep the pressure on that McLaren, and maybe, just maybe, he can get that spot back. Meanwhile, up front, nearly 10-second gap Ollie has. Definitely showing what we saw in the first round, the pace that this very young driver has, putting 9 seconds over Daniel Roberts. That's pretty impressive for a young kid. Like, you just wonder where, when we talked to him, he talked about how awesome it was that his parents, got him all this stuff to do all of this. And I just wish my kids wanted to. I'd buy them all the stuff. Like, here, come sit down and race. Have fun. But alas, my kids aren't into cars. Well, yes, my older one, but he hasn't raced for a while, and a good portion of that. Well, we're not going to go into that. We're not gonna...
But he has raced with us.
Yeah. He loves that GT3 Porsche, and then we were gonna, when the Porsche Cup came up and we chose the Cup car, he took about 25 laps in that car and said, "Yeah, this isn't gonna work." It's a hard car to drive. It really was. Look at that gap Ollie has. And when you look at the map, he's going down the start-finish straight, and second place is. Wait a minute. Is that right? Second place is. That doesn't make any sense. Well, I'm looking at the map. Second place is showing that he's on the other end of the straight from. I'm looking at the blue dots. Okay. I'm just like, what's happening? So, but I guess that's still the same. So the first place in Pro-Am shows the second place in Pro-Am in front of him. But the third place is behind him. How does that make any sense? Is Lucius lapping everybody? So Lucius has lapped all of the other Pro-Am drivers, and so the second place car, if he catches him by the end, he'll be the only car on the lead lap in Pro-Am. Does that sound right?
Yeah, Theory, Jakub is the only car he hasn't lapped so far.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel like maybe Lucius needs to move up to the Pro class.
That would be fun for everyone.
Yeah, I think it would help. Well, yeah, when we see a new driver that shows up and it is clearly has outpaced their class, then we make decisions like that. So we'll be reviewing that after 3 rounds, and he's been here 2 of them, and he's beat the entire field by. Well, here he's about to beat the entire field by a full lap. So that's. Huh. Well, we're gonna check on a couple of things, folks, while we're watching the race. I'm just gonna check. Oh, but okay. So, in case you're wondering, folks, so when Lucius registered his I rating was an A 2.3.
He was sandbagging.
So either he went and decided to lose a bunch of races to get down into the Pro-Ams, or he's gone and raised his level since registration. So, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, he's probably been practicing and doing more official races and everything. So
Yeah, probably. Sorry, folks, I didn't realize I had that. Did I ever tell you this? I probably told you the story, but several years ago, I was working in a oh, look at this. Is this for position? It is. They're oh, it looks like they're on the same lap together. Oh, different classes. Different classes, sorry. I was working in a very secure data center that is Jerry's just like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna deal with you. Anyway, I'm working in this data center, and I'm working with some, top level, technicians, network engineers that are running these really baller, places. And I'm in there doing some work for one of the customers that we had that had their voice services, on servers that were in this data center. We were sitting there and we're having a conversation about some network stuff. And believe me, I know my way around. Like, I don't look like an A 3.4 driver, but I drive like one, right? Kind of thing. Right? But anyway, we're talking about stuff, and he's like, oh, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. We're having this conversation. And my phone's in my shirt pocket, and it goes, you got mail. And the guy looked at me, and I'm telling you, he was serious. This wasn't messing around. He's like, was that your email? I'm like, yeah. It's like, clearly you don't belong here if you're still using AOL. That is, no. And he was serious. He's like, you cannot possibly be there. We're going to have to ask you to leave. You don't belong in here. He said those words. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because basically everyone thinks AOL is like grandpa's email, right? Grandma and grandpa had AOL. And they use that because they don't know anything about the internet, right? They need everything done for them in one little spot. And I'm like, come on, man. I mean, I had one of the first AOL accounts, and I just always liked the sound. But he was genuinely concerned that I was pretending to be somebody I'm not by pretending to be some network engineer using AOL. Like, it's just the sound, dude. Come on. My ringtone is from Battlefield 2142, the video game.
okay,
That's that intro. The intro is my ringtone. Doesn't mean that I don't know how to, play other video games.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense. But you know what? I work in a world where there's plenty of egos. I'll just leave it at that. There's plenty of
really?
egos. Sure.
I wouldn't have thought that.
What? Do you not know me? I have the ego. No, I'm kidding.
Ah, shit.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Well, look at this. We're just about 7 minutes left here. We're doing minute 40s, minute 30s, somethings. We've only got a few more laps left of this race. There's no chance, unless Ollie does something really dumb, for Daniel to pick up and grab hold of that first spot. And unless he just runs out of fuel and flattens all four tires, Jarmo's not going to catch Daniel either. And Jarmo and Javi, they were pretty close together. Now they're separated by a couple of seconds. So almost 2 seconds anyway. So it'll be interesting to see if Javi can get that spot back in time. But remember, a lot of these guys started on wet tires and they're finishing on dry tires, and some of them started on the dry tire. And if they did, those tires are probably screaming right now. They have been driven very hard. Is that Andre? Is Andre really coming up? And oh, Andre is close enough to battle these guys for that third spot. What's it? Let's see. Let me look at his lap times. Last lap's 1:38. Look at that. So look at the times he's a second faster. and he's only a couple seconds from him. This battle for the third spot is now a 3-horse race, and Andre is the horse that's fresher and faster. So it's like the Kentucky Derby. He's just got to get up there and get in the draft, and then he's gonna just start climbing up these guys' rear ends. Oh, this is gonna be a good finish, Pix. I see it. 5.5 minutes left,
Yep.
and these guys.
1 second per lap. He's taking off 1 second per lap from that gap.
Oh, I'm excited. This is really, really good. By the way, I've been listening to the driver radios, right? I had it muted this whole time, so I have no idea if anybody was acting a fool on the radio. So, yeah. So it looks like we have no rain coming till the end of the race, which is great. And now we just got to see. Javi's probably like, dang it! How did Andre get here? Did Javi and Jarmo start on the wet tires too? I don't remember if they started on the wet tires. Did they pit? Oh, they don't. I don't show a pit time for them, so they started on the dry tire. Look at that. Andre pit for tires earlier in the race, went from wets to dries, and look at him all the way back up, fighting for 5th place finish on the track, 3rd place in the podium for his class. That's the difference those dry tires make. Well, also he's got tremendous pace. Wait a minute, Andre Duna is supposed to be a pro. Why is he running Pro-Am colors? No, he did. He asked me. I think he grabbed the wrong ones because he would try to fix it before the race. Okay, so yes, I was like, this is for position here, but Jarmo and Javi are not pro. They are Pro-Am, right? Or no, wait, Javi is pro. Yeah. Okay. And Jarmo is in that McLaren ahead. And he's got the wrong colors too. I think his are blue. Yeah, and that McLaren right there? Oh no. Yeah, his are blue also. Okay, I gotta have a little chit chat with the drivers to make them go get your stuff figured out, guys. So yes, I thought this was a 3-horse race, and then I started seeing these different colors. I'm like, what is happening? Look, still water coming off as they're going through that section of the course. Is it? It's not. Wait, this is new. Do we have rain falling somewhere? I don't see. Well, I just wondered if it was just at that end of the track. But no, there's nothing. It's just, yep. He's not going to take me through this one. Yeah. Oh, no! Well, good save. I think that Audi kind of caught them off guard. We should go back and watch that because I'm pretty sure Have is probably not happy about that at all. He's probably looking at that like it's a push to pass. Oh no, he was just underneath. Oh yeah, he was just underneath. Yeah, that was kind. Ooh, yeah, that is something that the stewards are going to end up looking at, I'm sure. I'm not gonna make a statement on it since I got to keep my mouth shut about those things until after. But that was iffy. I said iffy. I just said iffy. I'm not saying yes or no.
No, I agree. And I think the Audi did have a little bit of influence on Javi's line, so...
Yeah.
We'll see. It's been noted.
Yeah, we'll see how. But now, Andre's got just over 2 minutes, or just under 2 minutes. So probably one more lap if he can get another spot. Now, Patrick Rich in that Porsche there, he's a lap down from these guys. Or will be. So he is... he's trying to avoid getting any more people passing him. Okay, Andre's gonna go for it here. Oh no, I thought he was a little closer coming out of the corner. But look at him get that car through. Look, he gained a 10th and a half right there already. Look at that closing. Now here's where it's going to count. They're going to get all the way down to the end of this. Still 30 seconds left in the race. The pro leader is behind these guys, by the way, by not too far. On the brakes, deep. Oh no! And Javi gets the spot. Wow, Andre is just being way aggressive in that move. And he tried holding it together. He just outbroke himself. His tires are probably screaming at him right now. And now Javi's like, thank you very much. I'll take that. Now Javi just needs to get that other Porsche in front of him behind. Whoa, careful, Andre. Wow. I thought Javi was going to try to get Patrick in between him, buy him some time. Now these guys are gonna, I don't know if this is the white flag or not, because the leader hasn't crossed the line yet. He's behind them by about 10 seconds or so. So I don't think this is the white flag, or I don't know what it is, but I want to keep an eye on that Andre thing. I want to make sure nothing spooky goes on between these two as they come through the final chicane. I don't think they're going to get the checker. I think we're going to see Barney waving the white flag. Do we see Barney anywhere waving it? He's got the checkered hand in his flag, checkered flag in his hand. Here comes the leader. Does he give him the win? He does. Oh, he's not even waving the flag, Barney, you lazy sack. Why aren't you? Here comes Daniel Roberts. So that means the other guys have the final lap, and nice. And here comes Lucius is still a ways back, but where's that battle with Andre and Javi, because they are gonna be. Oh yeah, Javi's got to hold this. Oh no! Come on, Andre turned him. That was a little dirty. Oh, that was a little bit. We see you, Javi. We see. Oh my gosh! And he loses the spot to both Andre and Jarmo in that one too. And there's Lucius wiggling his car around as he comes across as the Pro-Am winner. And I think Andre I think he was just frustrated by starting on the wet tires and wished. All right, so we're coming up on the end of the lap. We're going to see Andre Duna come home with the third place, Jarmo in fourth, and Javi. Oh, did he get a penalty? Did he have? But I don't see that. He had too many off tracks. Maybe he felt like he was giving it away. He still came home in third on the track. Here comes Javi. He comes home in fifth. Patrick Rich came home in sixth. Interesting. We will be talking with our top three that finished the race. So we're going to talk to Ollie, Daniel, and Lucius. So folks, hang on a second. I'm going to go try to pull those guys in for a little chit chat with us. And I will let Pix here talk about our finishing positions. If you'd like
All
to.
right, so Ollie Schultz gets the win overall, followed by Daniel Roberts, and Lucius Lavansen gets the win in Pro-Am. Jarmo finishes fourth. Looks like he did overtake Andre while in the pits. Looks like maybe a penalty or a drive-through for Andre. Javi Sierra P5, Andre P6, Yaku Fury P7, and second in Pro-Am. Brian Hoskins finishes in the podium with P3 in his class. Chris Rice, Patrick Rich, Jerry Jones, Sejan Aurelian, and Finn Kuhlman did not finish the race. So congratulations to the winners, and we'll have a chat with them.
Yeah, That was an interesting that was an interesting end of the race. I'm wondering if Andre thought the race was over when he was chasing Javi through there. Because why else?
I'm sure she
Well,
got
yeah,
a.
that's true.
I'm sure she got a drive through, not from off tracks, but from incidents. That's why we don't see that in the.
Oh, that's a good point.
Most likely, not sure, but we'll see the official results.
I am looking at, and on the official results in the race, it does show 17.
Okay.
So that could be it. That could be it. Oh, I didn't think about that. Huh. Well, it still gave him the spot because he crossed the finish line through there, but interesting. All right. Well, we're gonna go see. We've got Ollie is here. I'm gonna go bring hopefully Daniel can come join us. We'll see if he can get in there. But so I'm gonna go ahead and bring in some of our drivers. Hey, Lucius, are you there, my guy? I don't hear him. Might have to give him a second to get his mic put together. Ollie, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you can go ahead and we'll wait on you for a second here. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something because I'm looking at their icons in our Discord and it doesn't have any pictures on it, like it's something else going on. I was like, okay. Lucius, if here, I'm gonna drag him out and I'm gonna bring him back in and see if that helps at all. Let me try this. Lucius, are you there? Oh, he's trying to get his audio together. I saw the little microphone mutes and headphone mutes. We'll give him a second. I guess we'll just have to start with our race winner while we get Lucius sorted out. Our pro class winner and all around race winner, Ollie. Congratulations, man! Good job. Hey, you know what you get? You know what you get?
What?
That's what you get. Good job, man. That was a pretty good recovery from a little bit of a stifled beginning of the race, but you got yourself back out there after a little bit, pulled that lead together. And man, it's like once you gotten around Daniel, it's like, bye. That clean air was your buddy, yeah?
Yeah. Had quite a good pace. I was hitting low 138s, and
Yeah,
everyone
you
else
were.
was doing like high 138s, 139s. I just got a really big gap. And yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. That's much better race than last week. That's for sure. Yeah, last week was not your buddy. But this one you did pretty good, man. So the track, have you raced on this track much before?
No, it's actually my first race on this track. I actually really like it here. So much
Oh,
fun.
yeah. Well, I mean, especially if you can win the race, that makes it a lot more fun for sure. But yeah, it's a great track. You got those long straights with like good acceleration zones coming out of those sharp corners, and then you're like foot to the floor, just wrapping up all the way through the gears and getting going fast, and then hitting the brakes. It's a fun track for sure. Not a lot of people drive it. So, all right, what's your favorite part of the track? What's your most memorable part of the race?
Definitely the last chicane. You just have to like ride both the curves. And you're like, yeah, just like jump them both. So much like fun.
Oh yeah, we saw. I don't how many times we saw the cars going through there and just two wheels on the ground, the two on the left, and then they switch this and there's the two on the right. You know, it's like you guys are crazy jumping that car over that curve like that. I look at that and think to myself, if I jump the car and as soon as those tires hit, I'm gonna have the wrong steering angle in the wheel, and as soon as it hits, it's gonna dart off one way or the other. Like, did you have any uh-oh moments going through there, or was it
Yeah,
pretty
I think
solid each time?
I had one slowdown. I nearly went into the gravel. Just got kind of scared there.
Well, awesome. Well, you did it, man. That's a good place to be. So far, uh, out of 3 rounds, you've won 2 of them, and one of them was a DNF. So they're going to be your drop rounds. So all you have to do now is just show up for the rest of the races and finish well. You might have a chance at getting one of those winners' coins, man.
Thank you.
And there's that overtake moment that we were just watching. It was just smooth. It was almost like Daniel said, go ahead, I'll let you have it. But I don't I mean that's what it looked like, but I think Daniel just kind of went really too hot into that corner and had to scrub some speed off to hold it on the track, and Ollie just had that move underneath. Anyway, congratulations, man! And again, we mentioned it early in the broadcast. Thank your parents for setting you all up, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, any shout outs before we let you go?
Yeah, shout out to Daniel. He got the fastest lap in the end. I tried to go for the fastest lap, but my tires were just so cooked at the end of the race. So
You're,
shout out to Daniel.
you guys were only different by less than 1/10 of a second in that fastest lap, by the way, in case you wanted to know. It was really, really close. It really was. Well, awesome. Well, congratulations again, man. Good job. And I'm not going to say go over there and pop the champagne because I know how old you are. So maybe go tell your parents to pop open a bottle of sparkling cider or a pop or something. Have a party. That'll be awesome. Were they watching today?
Oh yeah, they were watching.
Awesome. Did they make? I didn't see too many comments in our race today. I think most of the folks were just busy watching the race. You got to get them to comment. Oh my goodness, we're just watching you go through that chicane. Woo, that was crazy. Sparks flying everywhere. Anyway, tell them to jump in there, throw some comments out there. We'll give them some love on the broadcast. So
Yeah,
cool.
I will tell them.
All right, congrats, bud. Good job.
Thanks.
All right, so Daniel Roberts now is not available, I guess, to come and join us in the booth. And let's see if
I think
Lucius.
mine is working now. Yeah.
Hey, there he is! Congratulations, man! Good job. I'm gonna
Yeah,
give you one of
thank you.
these. There you go. There you go. All right, so Lucius, I'm gonna start by saying congratulations for your promotion to the pro class.
Oh, great. Oh, great.
No, I'm just
Yeah.
messing with you. Only a little though. We did see that you've popped in here and have basically beaten the entire pro-am class, almost the entire class. There was only one car left to lap. Right? That's
Oh,
yeah.
I actually didn't know that. I didn't know. Yeah, okay. But I think
Yep.
some of the other guys they started on the wet tires.
Yeah, they did.
So
Some of them did. In
yeah.
fact, half the field did. And I think that caught a lot of people out, including Andre Duna, who finished 4th on the track. He started on the wet tires and had to switch out. And what was the track declared dry or wet when you guys gridded? Did you happen to notice?
Yeah, it said it is mostly dry. That's what the iRacing said. So I just risked it on the slicks, and yeah, it worked out.
Well, that was a great risk, man, because that handed you a victory. Nice job.
Yeah, second week in a row. I actually didn't expect it. I haven't driven in the wet this track before, so.
Well, it wasn't that wet. It was during qualifying and practice, but at the beginning of the race.
I got pole in my class as well, which I didn't expect. I hadn't driven in the wet until practice, so.
Well, I think you may have gotten. Oh, you did not get. Did you get the fastest lap? You might have gotten the fastest lap in your class too.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, actually, no. Patrick Rick was pro. So yeah, I think you got max points this race, man.
Yeah, I think so. If I remember correctly, I did. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah. So, well, what part of the country are you from, or what country are you from? I should say.
Denmark.
Denmark. Okay. Awesome. Well, how did you like the race?
It was actually, I mean, it was good fun, but it was quite lonely for me. I couldn't. Yeah. Yeah, the pro guys were way too fast. I think they were the second a lap faster, and the guys behind had a bit. So I had, in the end, I had 40 seconds behind and 20 seconds ahead. So
yeah, it was quite the race. Now it was probably pretty nice to see all those guys pitting off those wet tires. That took a lot of pressure off you to have to fight for positions, and so your finish this race is not going to be something we're going to look at as a justification for moving you to the pro class, because except for your strategy, right? Your strategy and understanding what tires to be on, that showed a level of understanding, right? But We'll keep an eye on you, man. You're doing really great. Your I rating is like 1,000 points higher than when you registered too. So you should have been in the pro class if we did it based on what your I rating is now, right?
I don't think I've done any. I actually don't think I've done any official races, or maybe a few over races and formula races.
Well,
I don't know.
you're showing that you're a 3.2, and when you registered, and I was looking at your registration, you were a 2.3. Oh, maybe
Mm,
I did it
I think that's
backwards.
wrong. I think it's
Maybe
wrong.
maybe I put 2.3 instead of 3.2 when I typed it into the system. Oh well, that was before I got my
No,
automated system working, so I guess that's my fault.
I should be
So,
2.3. Yeah, I'm 2.3. I have my overlay open. The
oh,
racer.
okay. Oh,
And
okay. So
my safe rating is 3.3. I think maybe you're getting confused.
oh. Oh, yeah, that's what we're looking at. Okay, never mind. Okay. Well, good. Well, we'll continue on. It looks like the number 4 is your lucky number, and you got it 3 times on the car. So that means you have to win the next race so that you can say, all right, I've won all 3 of my first races. Because you weren't here for the first race, correct?
No, sadly I couldn't make it.
Yep.
But yeah,
Well, awesome.
yeah,
All right, so next week we're at Interlagos. Spend much time there?
I've done a few races before. Yeah, in Formula and GT3. So yeah, it shouldn't be too hard.
Okay. Well, awesome. Well, any shout outs and stuff before we let you go celebrate and tell everybody how awesome you are?
It's still just me. So just yeah, thank you for you guys for hosting it. It was fun.
Awesome. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you at Interlagos next week. And then are you racing in the Nürburgring 24-hour with anyone?
I don't think so. No,
Okay.
I mean, I've been asked. I have a few exams coming up in real life, so I'll probably be reading and studying stuff.
Oh, boo. Who wants to go to school? Stay in the race car, Lucius.
Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe maybe next year.
I know. I'm just messing with you. Well, congratulations, man. Good job.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. I guess we'll talk to you next week, hopefully, right?
I hope so.
All right. Take care of yourself, man.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was fun. All right. Well, there was plenty of action during that race, despite the smaller number of cars. So that'll be interesting. Um, I was wondering that maybe some of the drivers didn't come because they didn't want to buy the track. Perhaps, maybe that's what it was. I
Yeah,
don't know.
like you said, also holiday for most of the USA. So
Yeah, but we had 5 of our 6 U.S. drivers here.
yeah,
That's the weird part. But
yeah.
oh well, we'll figure it out, folks. Hey, it's racing. It happens and it's fun. So congrats to all the drivers. That was a pretty great that was a pretty good race to watch. A few things that will, I'm sure, be popping up in our stewarding reports that we'll be talking about, but we'll get to that one. Anyway, thanks again, Luke Mansky, for your support in GT Champions and for this season's GT3 Open. Glad to have him here. Folks, make sure to go check him out, LukeManskyRacing.com. Even if you're not into real life racing and you're only into sim racing, they have stuff there too. And they're growing and they're building and they're fabricating and they're changing. So go check them out and check out what they're doing and keep an eye on them, because as we go, it looks like they have a lot of changes coming to what they're offering people in the sim racing world. So that'll be a lot of fun. So go check them out. Also, if you need call center support or anything like that, reach out to the folks at PC Systems. You can talk to Richard. I've known him for a couple of decades now, and he's a great guy. You'd be good to have them there helping you out. They help me out. They handle my 24-hour call center support, so I can do stuff like this without having to worry about my phone ringing, and I like it. So pretty great. So go check them out, pcsystems.com. And of course, the folks at Origin Micro, our global sponsor. Thanks again, Don over there at Origin Micro, for taking a chance and seeing just what what sim racing is all about. And I'm telling you, every time we talk, he's like, it's pretty cool. So it's fun to see people getting that all put together. So go check them out, folks. Just email them, sales@originmicro.com, or give them a call, hit their website, however you want to get to them. Tell them we sent you. Happy to help, and hopefully they can recognize that the folks here are willing to look at our sponsors. So awesome. And pretty soon, I mean, we've got some pictures of most of the winners who have received their winner coin. Andre Duna still waiting for his. Something going on out there in customs is keeping it from getting all the way there. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this is what they're fighting for, folks. One of those individually serialized GT Champions winner coins. And they're pretty nice. So hopefully they'll get there. All right, Pix, what are your thoughts on today's race?
Pretty good, pretty good. I like that. What's Daniel Roberts was fighting with Ollie. He was doing pretty good with sort of a wet track, but as soon as he started drying, Ollie had just more.
Yeah, he's like, I'm out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he did. That was crazy, right? He did
also,
really good.
everything around Javi Sierra was just madness. So.
It really, really was.
Yeah,
man. Andre showed up on the scene, and that became a 3-horse battle for some epic few laps. So, yeah, that was something else. Awesome. Well, once again, great job on everything, Pix. I'm looking forward to seeing how Interlagos goes next weekend. So we'll finish up next weekend. Then we're gonna have a 1-week bye week while everyone prepares for and runs the Nürburgring 24-hour, and then we'll be back June 14th to go to Portland, then Algarve, then Watkins Glen, and then we're gonna finish up at Spa just before iRacing's official 24 hours of Spa event. So that should be a lot of fun. And I still have to figure out. I haven't figured out with the team yet if they need anybody for the Nürburgring race or for Spa. Well, Spa's a ways away, but
yeah,
I gotta get on there, man.
Yeah,
I gotta start paying attention.
Yeah, if you're gonna be available, it's time to start getting in there, communicating, getting some practice, and good luck to everyone doing Indy, watching Indy, going to Indy. Hope you enjoy. Yesterday, Chris was at the Winnie 500. Saw you on TV. Hope you had a great time.
We're not supposed to tell anybody I was there, Pix. I was at work. So, no, I'm kidding. My boss is like, wait, what? No, he doesn't watch this stuff. He doesn't have time.
Show him the screenshot I sent.
Show him my weenie, or show him my screenshot of me at. No, I'm just kidding. Okay,
yeah.
Moving on now.
Let's leave it to the screenshot that.
There you go.
I'm going to post it on Discord for everyone to see.
Perfect. All right, folks. We'll see you next week at Interlagos. Appreciate you guys stopping by. That's me, Chris, taking care of you guys and the play-by-play with a little help from my boy Pix, doing all the cam work and adding some awesome commentary along with. Eitan, thank you for all that you do. Till, hopefully our Chief Marshal will be back for Interlagos. He's got some personal stuff that he had to attend to this week. So our Chief Marshal will be back hopefully next week. We'll see how that goes. Appreciate all of you coming by. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you next weekend. Bye.
Oh, and if everyone wants to come and race and chat and just have a fun one-off in NASCAR trucks at Charlotte on Monday, at what time, Chris?
12 p.m. Eastern is what I'm thinking.
12 p.m. Eastern, so midnight.
No. PM.
Oh, okay. Oh, midday. Okay. Oh, in the morning. Okay.
I figure in the morning because it's Memorial Day weekend. People are going to want to get out and start doing whatever they're going to do. So I don't want to try to do it in the afternoon. Everyone's trying to barbecue and everything else like that. So I figured if they could still go out and barbecue at like 3 in the afternoon. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how many people want to do it. It'll be an open lobby, so other people from iRacing will be able to jump in and also participate.
Yeah.
So
maybe one fast repair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Sounds good. I'll be there.
Or maybe unlimited fast repairs just to make it really spicy.
Okay. Well, Sounds good.
Who knows?
Perfect. See you
We'll see how it
there,
goes.
and hopefully people will join us on Monday for that one.
There you go. Okay,
Perfect.
bye.
Bye.
Are you looking for professional broadcasting on a budget? How about broadcast with colorful commentary, guest commentators, and after-race interviews? Do your league branding and social media graphics need a facelift? Custom results and series graphics looking like a 5th grader did them? Event organization taking up way too much of your time? Engage GTC TV and let us help you show the world your events.
Welcome to Origin Micro, your go-to e-commerce superstore for IT hardware and consumer electronics. With over 2 decades of experience, we've earned a reputation for delivering superior customer service and offering top industry brands at competitive prices. We provide a wide range of products from various manufacturers. From notebooks and desktops to networking equipment and VoIP devices, we've got you covered. Our fully stocked warehouse ensures that you'll find the products you need when you need them. And with our expert team always ready to offer personalized support, you can trust Origin Micro for all your IT needs. Origin Micro, your IT e-commerce superstore, serious deals, superior service.